Hazvina kumira zvakanaka mhuri Zimbabwe munyika yedu yeZimbabwe yatakazvarirwa. Right, according to Rutendo Matinyarare uyo ari kuyachitionesa nhau. Zviri kunzi pakuuya kwakaita Ramaphosa munyika yeZimbabwe akaverengera Emerson Mnangagwa Riot Act. Zviri kunzi president weimwe nyika kubva kunyika yekwake kuya kuzoverenga mutemo munyika yeZimbabwe achionesa president Emerson Mnangagwa nekuda kwekuti vakange vaitwa inonzi misadvising naattorney general Virginia Mabhiza. After Virginia Mabhiza aona kuti abhaiza kwakubva akuvhundutsira vanhu macabinet members nevamwe vakuru vake kuti kana musingasapote bill iri zviri nani rizanai, siyai basa, chichi zvakawanda wanda. But nyaya iri kuzikanwa ndeyekuti Virginia Mabhiza akakandira bhora musango. Ndizvo zvatinotaura kuti vanhu ivava varakashi vanonga vachingotorwa vachipiwa zvigaro vasina chavanoziva, vachingotorwa vachingonzi aiwa mari iriko yai mupinde pazvigaro. Honai kawe mudhara wenyu zvaaitwa naVirginia Mabhiza, honai zvaaitwa iswa mazai kumeso. But according to Rutendo Matinyarare ari kuyachiti Mabhiza misadvised the president and this has made Chiwenga more appealing. Mabhiza, the attorney general, is frothing at the mouth, trying to force cabinet members to support an invalid bill, Cap 3, after misadvising president that cabinet has the authority to initiate a bill to change the constitution when it does not. Muri kuzvinzwa here muri Zimbabwe? Tiri kufambirana here? Right, tiri kunzi despite this monumental failure, she still fails to grasp that no member of government is obliged to implement any command, policy or directive that is unconstitutional. There is no better way to putting it, but Mabhiza is incompetent, and she is the reason why the nation has been thrust into a constitutional quagmire that now sees a foreign president coming to read the Riot Act to our president because of misunderstand the legal formalities governing who can change the constitution and how it can be changed. Muri Zimbabwe ndio mamira zvakaita munyika yeZimbabwe. Nani takwanchaenda hangu chakusiyai makatira kumacomrades, but ndio nyaya dziripo. Kana mune mamwe maquestions munobvunza mucomment section, tinokuti ndi right, tinoenderera mberi nenyaya idzodzo.
To just take action against us. So as we speak, we have 8 people who are in custody. We also have Madzibabawe Shaduko. He is in custody since he has been in custody since October last year. And today I was able to file his bail application, and the judgment in his case is on Friday the 8th. We hope that we will be able to get him out. But we have noticed that the opposition are not being allowed any space at all. We are not allowed to hold public meetings. We are not allowed to demonstrate. We are not allowed to distribute flyers at all. So we are back to where we were in 2008. A period of abduction. Abductions have come again, but day in, day out, ZANU-PF are promoting the bill. They are even advertising. They are having meetings and rallies on it, but others are not allowed. So we are at crossroads, and of course, the other opposition people had said that they were going to support our demonstration. Yes. But what I can tell you is that on the day that was earmarked for the demonstration, the state apparatus came in full force. Right. I saw some people carrying more one firearm, and all the organs of force came. And there is no question that the cost of suppressing that demonstration was huge. And a lot of plainclothes policemen roaming around Harare, the Harvest House, etc., etc. Because they told me that they were expecting us to defy. And therefore, they
Right.
wanted to suppress once and for all, and they were prepared to use their arms because they accused us of trying to precipitate a despite the fact that we had nothing to do with the so-called coup. We don't even know whether anybody is planning it at all. But this is the situation in our
you are being
country.
accused.
There are a few things that are going to happen, of course. We are not
Right.
going to sit by and allow voting in parliament to go by show of hands as is being planned. We are saying that members of parliament must vote by
Yes.
secret ballot. And this is critically important. We are willing and able to go to court for it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as you know, that this amendment affects the right to vote of the majority of the people of Zimbabwe. I was speaking to someone this morning to say that if the voting is confined to members of parliament, it means in Epworth, for example, only 2 people will vote for president. In the whole of Harare, only 24 people out of 6 million will be able to vote for president. And in the whole country, out of 16 million Zimbabweans, only 350 people will vote for president. What I can also say is the
Senator
confusing
Monzora.
message from some members of the opposition. We don't know whether it is as a result of cyber mischief, but we have seen a number of opposition leaders being touted as supporting the amendment number 3. And that is a source of great worry to us, especially if they don't correct it. It will look like people are supporting, some people are supporting amendment number 3. Amendment number 3 is up to no good, doesn't do good to our people, doesn't do good to our country. It disenfranchises our people. So it has to be fought tooth, claw, and nail.
Right. Can you still hear me? Senator, can you still hear me? Right. Sounds banana food. Okay. Mof, can you try to speak to him? Mof Titus. Right. Right. Okay. Let's drop to be a listener. Let me see if he's. Yeah.
Sorry, Uncle. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can. I think. Yeah. I think it's back now. Right,
Okay.
Senator. Yes, Senator. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, thank you very much. So, I wanted to then ask that in all your messaging, what is the core constitutional argument that you think our people needs to understand most urgently? And how can that message be disseminated to our people at this point, where we're finding ourselves at?
I am not so sure whether I understood your question. You said, what is the core what?
The core constitutional argument against CAB 3. And what do you believe the public needs to understand most urgently? Because we have heard so much in terms of the conversations. But sometimes when you try to push things to people like so much into people, there might be confusion. But what is it that has to sit at the core of the argument when we are talking to people about Amendment Bill number 3?
Well, I think that the main issue about this bill is that it removes the right to vote for the majority of the people of Zimbabwe. The right to vote for the highest office of the land. Remember, in terms of our constitution, we have the concept of adult universal suffrage, meaning that every Zimbabwean who is above the age of 18 and who does not have legal disabilities like insolvency, election crime, or insanity are allowed to vote. Now that has been taken away, and that is critical. So they are not going to allow us to vote for president, which is the highest office of the land. And they also are not going to allow us to vote on whether we like the bill or not in the referendum. So in my respectful view, the issue of disenfranchisement of the majority of Zimbabweans is probably the main issue. They are being disenfranchised when it comes to election of president. In the past elections, they were allowed, those people who wanted, they were allowed to vote for president or not to vote for him. They had that opportunity. That opportunity has been taken away. They are not allowed to vote for president. And more so, they are not allowed to have a say by way of voting in a referendum whether they approve of this bill or not. In my respectful view, those are the fundamental issues. And remember, the war of liberation was, among other things, on the basis of one person, one vote. So this massive taking away of the right of Zimbabweans, the generality of Zimbabweans, to decide on the highest office of the land, in my view, is probably the major one. Of course, we have others where the president now is going to be in charge with appointing solely appointing the person